Katarina's Infamy. I am your host, the infamous Katarina Lee Waters. And yes, it's another episode. So quickly. Oh goodness. I have a very infamous topic for you today, which is celeb nudie pics. Yes, I'm doing this for ratings. So I guess recently a few celebs got their phones hacked or even their iClouds hacked, and people have leaked and posted nude pictures of said celebs all over the internet. There was a big outcry, violation of privacy, etc., etc. So I've come across two pretty, say, extreme schools of thought. Number one, it's an incredible invasion of privacy. The offenders should be beaten to a pulp or jailed, or how dare they. It's the worst thing that's ever happened to anyone ever. And the poor celebs. The other school of thought is kind of like, well, you should have known better than to take nude pics and it's your own fault. I'm sitting somewhere in between. Well, of course, who wouldn't want to sit on the fence? As a very wise man once said, if you're sitting on both sides of the fence, the grass is always green. And what movie is that line from? Another one of my infamous trivia movie questions. Please, if you know what movie that's from, let me know and you get brownie points. Nothing other than that. But back to the topic. My point was, of course, it's an invasion of privacy, it's theft. You shouldn't go into somebody else's things and take their photos and leak them and show them everywhere. What I find interesting about this debate this time around particularly is that everybody's talking about it and there's an uproar about it as if it had never happened before. And I mean, there's been sex tape leaks before. Paris Hilton famously got her phone stolen or hacked into, and everybody's acting all surprised, like they never expected this to happen. And so I feel that when you have nude pictures of yourself taken, or you take them yourself as a selfie, especially you send them to somebody, and we all know that when you send naked pictures to a boy, he shows all of his friends. That's number one. There's a certain calculated risk involved, I feel. For example, hypothetically, if I had pictures taken of me, nudie pics, or if I had taken some, you know, and sent them to somebody, and it came out and was all over the place and everybody was pointing and laughing, of course I would be bad or feel betrayed or feel violated. I would assume some of the responsibility for having created those pictures in the first place. Nonetheless, I feel that if they look nice, and I haven't seen the pictures of the celebs in question, but knowing who they are, I can only assume they look pretty spectacular. Really, it shouldn't be a problem. You know, if I had a nudie pic out there where I looked amazing, I think I would rather that leak than some of the pictures that are possibly already out there of me that I see and I cringe at. And the second part that's interesting is, it's more like a philosophical question, I guess, is what is the big deal still in this day and age about a naked body? Like, rationally think about it, we all have one, they're pretty much the same, slightly different shapes and forms, but what is it about somebody's particular body that makes it so fascinating to look at? Coupled with the fact that we see the naked body as an inherently sexual object, which it's not. That's just potentially our interpretation of it. But perhaps that has something to do with that we fight so hard not to admit to ourselves that we're actually still animals. And so we don't like to admit our instinctive animal urges. What do you think? Big deal, small deal, fascinating, or ridiculous? Please do comment down below or tweet me at Katarina's Infamy, #Katarina's Infamy. Would love to hear your thoughts, and we'll speak to you very soon.